Junet Mohammed, Raila's loyalist MP, yesterday at Mathare North SDA Church, funnily castigated the government for not applying justice in dealing with law offenders. Watch him in this clip.
Yes. Sasa guest of honor ndio anaingia manini? Unajua tulikuwa tunangoja labda guest of honor ingine amefika saa hii. Saa hii amefika. Guest of honor amefika, labda tuongoje kwanza guest of honor aingie ndani. Haya, Ruaraka wewe. Ruaraka wewe. Jambo la ambaye nataka kumalizia kwa sababu ya sani ya kwamba Bwana PS, unajua zamani wakati sisi tulikuwa vikali sana, tumeshikwa mara mingi. Iko siku tulishikwa, mimi nilishikwa nikawekwa pangani siku 7 na njaa na hata maji hakuna. Sasa hii watu wana insight, watu na wanatembea tunale town. Hii serikali gani hii jameni bana? Shika watu, kamata watu wakula ugali ndani vile sisi tulikula, ama sisi ni watu tofauti? Juzi wananchi wamefanya maandamano katika nchi hii. Wakenya wote, mimi nilikuwa nafikiri Wakenya wote wamekuja pamoja ili wafanye maandamano. Baada ya maandamano kuna jamaa anajitokeza, yeye anaongea tu juu ya jamii, sijui jamii fulani amefanya hii, sijui jamaa fulani amefanya hii. Mambo ya ukabila hawezi kusaidia nchi yetu. Lazima tukemee mtu ambaye anataka kugawa Wakenya, na yule mtu anataka kugawa Wakenya kwa ukabila, jina lake ni Rigathi Gachagua. Mimi nasema hakuna kitu anaweza fanya. Mimi alipata mimi kwa siasa.
So according to Junet Mohammed, it is, and it won't be something fair for Rigathi Gachagua not to face the consequences of his unconstitutional ways. And it sees him that Rigathi Gachagua has now been so consistent in breaching the law, and it is now like the right time for the law to take its due course. He is like somehow calling upon the DCI boss and also Murkomen to go ahead and arrest Rigathi Gachagua. And if you see Junet Mohammed joke over this particular matter, it doesn't mean that he's just making fun out of it. He is also a very serious person when it comes to arresting Rigathi Gachagua. And remember that a day after the maandamano of last week, he is one of the Kenya Kwanza leaders who came out to allege that Rigathi Gachagua was fully behind the goons who looted and also vandalized properties within the CBD of Nairobi during the protest. And on that particular day too, he also went further or ahead to call upon the DCI boss Amin Mohammed and also CS Murkomen to go ahead and arrest Rigathi Gachagua. And since then, Rigathi Gachagua hasn't been arrested. And now back again with the same matter, I just believe that Junet Mohammed was like reminding both Murkomen and Amin to go ahead and arrest Rigathi Gachagua with immediate effect. And later, yesterday, after he made such statement, Amin, the DCI boss, came out to issue a statement in relation to arresting Rigathi Gachagua, which I do believe that will disappoint so much Junet Mohammed.
Rigathi Gachagua, it is not true that we have summoned Rigathi Gachagua. But I would like to point out very, very clearly that Rigathi Gachagua does not enjoy any immunity against prosecution. He is subject to the laws of the land. If in our investigations he is found to have been involved in any criminal activity, perpetrated any criminal activity, aided or abetted any criminal activity, then appropriate action will be taken against Rigathi Gachagua. Thank you. Asanteni sana. Maybe a last question?
Just one question quickly. Sorry. My name is Cynthia.
So according to Mohammed, the DC High boss, they are still doing their investigation on whether or not Rigathi Gachagua is a suspect in the vandalization and also looting of shops during the protest of Wednesday. But there is something here that I don't still understand, because we were told that over 400 individuals who are being suspected to cause mayhem during the protests have been arrested. And Mark, you know that Rigathi Gachagua is also being considered to be a suspect. And up to now, he is only the one suspect who hasn't been arrested. Is Murkomen just giving threats and not acting?
Ulete order in the country, wanaenda shamba ya former president wanaipa mbuzi na kondoo. Wakati last year young people wana protest kwa mambo ya finance bill because they have a right to do so. Wanaenda pale, wanaenda kulete goons, wanataka kuchoma bunge na kusema ati Ruto must go. Sasa wameona hiyo haikufanya kazi, ndio sasa wamerudi, saa hizi wameanza kusema kutakuwa na vita 2027 because he was not punished for stealing mbuzi, he was not punished for wanting to ban parliament, now he wants to ban the entire country in 2027. I want to say this, we will be very decisive in dealing with all these inciters and planners of violence. We will not give them a chance.
Also know their names. We know that it is not my responsibility as a cabinet secretary to investigate any individual specifically. But of course, from the reports we get, you can see clearly who are the coup plotters. You can also see it from the pattern of the areas where the protests were violent and intense, that there was an outright misuse of people who would have been, so to speak, political supporters, turning them against the rest of the citizens to make sure that you reign chaos and terror. Particularly of great concern is in Nyeri, where the Member of Parliament of Mathira was specifically targeted, his home, and the Member of Parliament of Kieni. And this pattern has continued from last year, and now there has been a specific pattern of the coup plotters targeting certain political leaders whom they think they are not giving them political support. That is why you saw Kiunjuri's home, Kimani Ichung'wah is being targeted, and the Molo Member of Parliament. Just to, terrorists, how they operate is that they instill fear. And these are political terrorists. They would like to instill fear on members of parliament who don't support their political ideology so that they can get a safe passage. The DCI does not investigate politics. It will only deal with the criminals. And those criminals will be caught. They invaded a police station, the shops, they provided financial support to chaos. Criminals paid them, ferried them. The matatus that were used to ferry them, some of the vehicles that were operating pretending to be ambulances, but they were ferrying goons, all of them are going to be ensure that they have been mobbed up, and all those people be arrested and charged. And as I said, it is up to now the next.
So guys, I have a question for you. Why do you think after the allegations the government has put on Rigathi Gachagua, still it can't go ahead and arrest this man? Okay, I have only two answers for that particular question. One, the power of Rigathi Gachagua. I can see from where I sit that Rigathi Gachagua has become so powerful politically that touching him is like you are playing with fire. He has become somehow like Raila Amolo Odinga. Here in Kenya, you can arrest like all of politicians, but you can't arrest Raila Odinga. This is the politician who took it further and saw himself as the people's president. Something contrary to the constitution. And instead of being arrested for treason, they only went for Megona. Raila was not anywhere to face the law. Not only that, in many occasions you have seen Raila not facing the law, even after the government has seen him as someone who has gone contrary to the constitution. We have also seen his close allies suffering severely to the consequences. Someone like now Junet Mohammed telling us how he was suffering. That can tell you that if you are so powerful politically, the government can't touch you. Second point is about lack of evidence. It can be that the government has no evidence to connect to the allegations that are putting on Rigathi Gachagua. And so going ahead to arrest him is like you are doing nothing. Guys, that is my point. And if you have yours too, you can as well. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and let's catch up soon in our next video. Bye and take care.